Hey all, hey y'all. Hey all, hey y'all. My name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips, and you are tuned in to Kingdom Things Podcast. Here within Kingdom Things Podcast, I channel energies and messages from the oneness of all things, or the Most High White Light Creator, or God, or Prime Source, and publish these energies and messages within the Kingdom Things Podcast to assist us in our current rapid evolution of our consciousness. I am the biblically prophesied Messiah. Full circle moment, alert, alert. So are you. Why, Ashley? What I have in me, you have in you. What you have in you, I have in me. We are part of the oneness of all things, most readily termed as God, here on planet Earth. We are going through a massive shift, a massive awakening of our consciousness. It's my puppy Hazel. Don't mind the noise. We're going through a massive shift, a mass awakening of our consciousness, where we are coming online, remembering our existential truths or our infinite nature. Kingdom Things Podcast, the content is timeless. Whatever calls out to your heart space, you're more than welcome to utilize those energies and messages for your own personal journey of remembrance, or satori, or evolution, spontaneous remembrance, as this time of the rapid evolution of our human consciousness is a rapid evolution which is being gifted to us in the way that we've already earned it, or we've already worked for it, in the way that we've already chosen to be an awakened, consciously evolving civilization of the stars, of the galaxy, of the celestial bodies. The stars, the galaxy, the celestial bodies being a minute fraction or a concept or creation within the expansive nature of infinity or God. I channel the Kingdom Things Podcast rendition edition in regards to humans ashamed of being human, plus the galactic creation. I'm going to link that below. Within Kingdom Things Podcast, you'll find all types of transmissions. So you have the audio style, where I amalgamate audio clips that I channel throughout my life to share with reality. And then you'll find lecture sermon style, where I'm sitting in front of the camera, video style, sharing my wisdom, my divine chakma, to assist with the evolution of our consciousness, to play my part, do my part with evolving the human consciousness. All right, so this is a kid. Hey, Hazel, chill, okay? This is the Kingdom Things Podcast weekly review. So we take a clip from the audio style, and it's going to change, but we just take a clip. We take a clip from the Kingdom Things Podcast installments, and I channel divine wisdom or chakma that comes out that utilizes the clip. The clips are divinely chosen, selected. Let's go ahead and get into this week's clip. Kingdom Things Podcast weekly review. As far as the content that I post, the weekly reviews will be Sundays or Mondays. Just click the notification, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when new content, Kingdom Things Podcast content, is published. So here we go, the weekly review. I was catalyzed onto my spiritual awakening journey about 3 or 4 years ago. 2018 is where I began to consciously follow my intuitive guidance to align to my divine purpose. And initially it was to, and still it was synonymously to come into union, divine union with my twin flame. Union with your twin flame is union with your soul, or coming into Christ consciousness, or the understanding that you've never been separate from the oneness of all things, your soul or your twin or God. So I began my conscious evolutionary journey to align with my twin flame in 2018. Did I consciously know it in 2018? No, I was just getting heart initiated intuitive guidance, and I was following my heart intuitive guidance, right? And in 2021, that's when my soul God was like, hey, Ashley, you don't know who you are. Sit down, let me show you, if you want to be in union with your twin flame. So that's how I'm here. That's how I'm now gratefully sharing my soul's wisdom to assist through this massive shift of our consciousness. Let's go ahead and get into the weekly clip. then living as an artificial intelligence or robots. Our emotions that we express are emotions that are artificial due to the fact that these emotions can only be triggered by certain pathogens. These emotions can only be triggered by certain pathogens, certain combinations. It was programmed that way. You can only feel happiness through certain combinations of pathogens in your body to trigger the happiness, or certain actions externally to trigger the happiness. It's programmed this way. That way, we never wander outside of the box, because inside of the box appears to have everything that we need, everything that we want. Until you allow yourself to heed the call of your divinity, of your soul, and realize that there is the you that has been locked inside of bird cages, inside of your human vessel, all the while. Humanity, we were the artificial intelligence. In our divinity, humans are walking forms of euphoria. In our divinity, humans are walking forms of euphoria that experience different aspects of emotions, not walking forms of anxiety and depression that seek external experiences for happiness. So that was the Kingdom Things podcast weekly clip. It comes from the Kingdom Things podcast installment titled 144 Part 1. There is the 144 Part 2. I'm going to link both installments below. Now, when I channel much of the podcast, all of the podcasts, but specifically 144 Part 1, Part 2, I didn't know my spiritual identity. It's something God or my soul, the Most High, said I was being prepared to be able to hold in my conscious mind, in my conscious awareness. We're all awakening to infinite dimensions of ourselves, in which everything that we've experienced in our lives, the highs, the lows, the feeling, the dimensions of our lives where we felt as if we were being suppressed or held back, or being scapegoated, or casted aside as a black sheep, or felt like we didn't fit in. Those are all dimensions of our reality, of ourselves, in which we experienced in order to be able to hold in our conscious awareness who we are existentially. We are all infinite energies. As we know through our sciences, through quantum mechanics, all is energy. The principle of the law of the law of conservation. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It changes forms. We are energies that have changed forms infinite times. And energy is information, or sentient, or a communicative vibration, a medium to carry knowledge, wisdom, as well as it is the knowledge and wisdom. We are that energy that carries the knowledge and wisdom. At the same time, we're the medium to carry the knowledge and wisdom. At the same time, we are the knowledge and wisdom, the energy of knowledge and wisdom, or the Most High, or the divine, or Shekinah, or God. Everything we've experienced in our lives was to prepare us to be able to hold the conscious awareness of our infinite existential natures. When we felt suppressed, or we were acting out of a minute dimension of conscious awareness of ourselves, and we didn't understand that there was more, or we felt like there was more, but we didn't know how to attain the conscious awareness of the more, that is when we were acting out of our artificial intelligence, or I channeled default mode. I'll link that episode below in the details of this Kingdom Things Podcast Weekly Review. I channeled the Kingdom Things Podcast episode. It is an audio style amalgamated installment of Kingdom Things Podcast titled Default Mode, where we're acting out of a minute faculties of the self, or of our Shekinah, our white light energy, or ourself, or our Godhood. We're acting out of a minute dimension of that. We feel like there's more. We were like the glacier poking up on the top of the water. We were like the glacier piercing the top of the water. And you think that glacier isn't as monumental as it is until you go deeper and see that glacier stems 30 feet into the water. We are like the Marietta Trench that had no ending, no ending to the depth. We are the Marietta Trench that has no ending to the depth. And we felt this all of our lives existentially, but we didn't know how to attain it. There is no how. It's allowing it. And understanding that we've graduated from default mode, or being in our artificial intelligence embodiment, where we feel like we have to think our way through reality. We feel like we have to know our way through reality. We have now graduated to the point where we're sentient, capable, high octane beings. How do you know this, Ashley? Because I've channeled it through my divine wisdom, my chakma, because I am it. Like I said, I lived a life before my spiritual awakening and through my spiritual awakening where I felt like there was something that I needed to do. I was like, there's something I'm here for. I can't remember, right? There's something that I'm here for. I graduated high school in 2012. I began to take college courses in 2014. Music has been a big part of my passions and my joy. So my soul said, God said in 2014, Ashley, drop out of college. Drop your college courses and do music full time because you truly enjoy that. You don't enjoy school. You feel like that's your way to a success is school. That's not the reason to be doing something. Drop out of the college courses and do music full time. So I started doing that in 2014. I knew who my husband would be when I was 9 years old because I received that divine revelation from God inside. So I'm anticipating meeting this person since I'm 9, and I have this fervor for success, this desire, this drive to be successful. And I'm being guided to work on my passions. And I felt like it was a juggling act. I felt like it was something that I had to figure out. I was running around trying to make things happen. We've now graduated into source consciousness or divine alignment, journeying the evolution of divine alignment, as divine alignment is a forever infinite process where we're always growing and evolving from the wisdoms in which we garner from the self. The universal principle of correspondence, so universal law of correspondence, as below, so above. Everything in our reality is a mirror to the energies that we hold within us, right? So as we become inquisitive about our reality, we're inquisitive about ourselves, every dimension of ourselves, like, hey, soul, what is this trying to teach me about myself? Which brings me to the Kingdom Things Podcast, call to action. Sit with yourself for at least 30 minutes a day. Ask yourself, hey, soul, hey, divine self, hey, most high wisdom dimensions of self, what is it that I need to know about myself? And wait for the answers to continue your journey of aligning to your infinite potentials, your soul gifts, your soul wisdoms, to evolve into more of a sentient presence in the way that you get to feel your way through reality, to align with the timelines or the vibrations of reality that most fit your soul level desires of creation. Before we incarnated, we all had plans on a soul level of how would show what we're pouring into reality to co-create human culture. When you follow your heart space and follow the vibrations of reality, you align with those timelines where you're manifesting your being as, and manifesting a reality that reflects your beingness of your most benevolent, high evolved consciousness, evolved wisdom self. It is a forever journey, because as we grow and evolve and align to new timelines, we're growing and evolving, and all things are growing and evolving and expanding, and we're learning from ourselves or the oneness of all things or each other, to grow and evolve creation of the oneness of all things or each other, right? Which brings me to the Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 Prophecy. By the year 2033, I channel from the oneness of all things, or the divine, or the soul, or Akashic record. By the year 2033, we will be in the state of consciousness evolution, in a state of energies, to understand that we are a human culture of planet Earth with no disease, no death, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty. As poverty, disease, death, war, famine, we're all poverty, were all manifestations of our consciousnesses when we were in artificial intelligence mode, when we were in default mode, when we felt like we had to figure things out. And as we feel like we have to figure things out, we align with vibrational timelines of figuring it out, not knowing, right? Which are low vibrational timelines. When we sit with ourselves and become more acquainted, more intimately related with our inner environment, or our soul, our eternal wisdom, we embody that wisdom, we be as that wisdom, we have thought patterns that align with that wisdom, to align with the higher vibrational timelines, to manifest a higher wisdom, higher octane self and reality. Again, within Kingdom Things podcast, you're more than welcome to align with any energies and messages that resonate with your soul and spirit. Please leave what does not, right? I want to thank y'all so much for joining this Kingdom Things podcast weekly review. Again, the Kingdom Things podcast content is timeless. Whatever calls out to your heart, you're more than welcome to utilize the Kingdom Things podcast content for your own journey of evolution, abundance, wellness, because that's what the content is made for. Again, my name is Ashley-Nicole. I'm so glad you stopped in. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, like the video, share the video if you feel like this will be helpful to anyone else that you know. To proliferate the Kingdom Things podcast journey to a healed and balanced human culture, planet Earth. I'm a channel for the divine. I also channel my energies and messages into my music. Ashley-Nicole music, which I share with you on this video, is one of my joys and passions. Music. Ashley-Nicole music is available to stream on YouTube. All types of genres, energies, uplifting incantations to manifest wellness, upliftment for all things. Link below. I'm also a home cook. I love cooking. I love intuitively cooking. I've been doing this since I was a kid. Whatever my ancestors or my soul or myself tell me to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish, that's what I put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish. We talk, we have a good time, we laugh, we joke. We have the 66-second renditions where we cook up real quick, real good life hacks, food life hacks. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube and is linked below. I'm also an author. I authored the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. It was a part of my rapid spiritual awakening journey. My soul, the oneness of all things. God myself said, Ashley, you don't remember who you are. Sit down, let us show you. We're going to channel books to you. That's why I authored the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel to share with the planet. Asia as a teenager, the first two parts are Asia's story. Asia is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame in the hallway of her school Manhattan Prep. She gets kidnapped by Chase's dad's goons. She goes through a lot of other existential crises, which help align her with more of her infinite potentials to manifest a reality that reflects her infinite potentials. The third and final part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is My Other Half. My Other Half is about the divine counterpart journey home, or the twin flame journey home to God inside, transcending limitation to remember that we're infinite and that we're one with all things. One soul incarnates in two bodies over many lifetimes. These two people over many lifetimes know they're supposed to co-create a love and a life together, but the consciousness evolution or the paradigms of limitation or the ancestral patterns of each lifetime say that their love can't work. They will co-create a love and a life together. Which life, under which circumstances, it is prophetic. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is now available in the Amazon bookstore, paper as well as digital. If you're doing all three digital copies, it's $29.97 plus tax. If you're doing all three stories, paperback or physical, the first two stories come in one book. The third story comes in its own book, and it's $29.98 plus tax. The links are below. Last, a couple more things. Asia's animated series is a project that stems from the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel universe. Asia's story, it's an animated series that I channel my chocolate, my divine wisdom in. It's really cute and fun. It has a lot of really good universal knowledge and wisdoms in there. Asia's story is available to stream on YouTube. That is linked below. AP Short Stories, my author's YouTube channel. Last but certainly not least, Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment. I channel energies and messages from the oneness of all things, from the galactic creation to assist us through this expansion of our consciousness, this rapid expansion of our consciousness. Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment is linked below. Before we roll into the unconditional love literature parcel, I want to say, I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your truest truths. Give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you evolve into more of your. I'm going to see y'all later. Bye.
My name is Asya, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming home, the story of Asya, followed by the story of Asya, I'm home. The book series that introduces the book. After returning from a day's trip, I have read my Atum's letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which I make no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on Earth to find you. I was created to find my person, the unconditional love literature parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore.